Hello and welcome back. We're back for more of SpaceCorp, and we're going to be moving into the final era of the game, and we'll see this game's grand conclusion. So we move to the next era. So I have to choose my legacy production base. I think for production, I'm going to choose this one on Ganymede, which has P2, has my highest production value. That's like the original one. So we'll switch to Ganymede, I think. Warwick got this first beyond. He starts with a team at Alpha Centauri. And so we're going to move into the next era, Starfarers, 2150 to 2299. Humanity launches its first colony ships, begins to form large-scale colonies, and progresses towards warp technology. So the big changes in this era, as the computer does its opening moves, there's a lot of multiply. The move distances are immense, and there's a lot of multiplier cards that you get for moves. So ×3, ×4. You can see them over here. This ×3 card, and that's how you manage to move these immense distances. Wow, or just move. The other big thing is colonies. So as you begin to move onto spaces, now you can build colonies there as opposed to just building bases. And we'll see how all that works played out right here. And we'll talk about, now that I've got control, the other thing is when you sort of explore these areas, there's 3 sites here, so we're going to actually explore all of them. And when you arrive in a site with one of these tracks here, you sort of start here, but then it takes you 3 turns until you're actually there. So it kind of represents the distances. Okay, so I have a move 5 and a move 3, but they're shielded cards. None of those really helps me that much. I do have this time card, so I can multiply my moves by 2, but I'm not going to get a ton of movement here. In general, certainly probably not enough to get anywhere interesting. Oh, I should say you also have 3 ships in this era. So I think I might spend my first turn researching so that, well, let's see, I can move. I mean, if I did this, I could move. Sorry, that's not what I would have wanted to do. I can move 14, which doesn't allow me to get anywhere. So I think I'm going to have to do research, and I'm going to have to grab this card. And then I'll grab this card because the other 2 are exactly the same. Let's take a look real quickly. First colony gets you 3T, colonies with at least 15 value. Bases in 3 non-adjacent regions, bases in 3 multi-star regions, 6 progress cards, non-start Starfarer cards in 3 infra slots, and bases in 5 regions. So you have to get a bunch of infra cards. So it might make sense to move some of these over there, one of these over there, and maybe work on getting that. Okay, let him continue here. It'd be nice to get an infrastructure card that gave you like a multiplier on your move. If that comes around, that would be something that I'd be very interested in next turn. Yeah, right there. So that's a card that I'm going to want to grab because having that guaranteed multiplier is going to be very helpful. And then, oh, that's interesting. I could play this one, fulfilling contract 2, 4, or 7. I'm going to take this for now, but I'm going to actually look 2, 4, and 7. 2, 4, and 7. I think that this is the one that kind of interests me. I bet I could get that if I only needed 2. I'm going to take that card, and I'm going to hold on to that card, and I'll play it when I try to fulfill a contract. Okay, so we'll get that infrastructure card played, and then we will begin trying to move out. And I'm going to try to move to 2 places where I have multiple stars, and we'll try to grab those places and get that contract. So we've got to find some places that are empty and move there. They don't have to be too far away necessarily. All right. Could do research, but none of this interests me that much. Okay. So I think I should get this infrastructure card in play. And we will replace this guy. So now I've got ×3 on all my moves. I have that adaptation, so I don't have to worry about radiation. So I can use that ×3. So that'll give me a ×3 on all my moves. I've got a ×3 card in my hand, so that'll give me even more movement ability. And I've got a time card. So my hope is I could use that time card to do 2 actions. I can use that time card to do 2 actions, and I can get both my ships moved out. So if I can, let's see how this goes. I'm going to hold. So let's see. If I play this card, I've got move ×9. And then I could play one of these. So I can move 81. So let's see where that would get me to. So I could get out to pretty much anywhere I wanted to get to. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I've got 81. I can move anywhere I want to. And then I'm going to play this to do 2 actions. So we're going to move our first ship. Now let's look at where we want him to go to. I don't want to go to Intravos, to Gliese, because I want to go places with multiples. And these areas allow you to get to these things, which give you like bonuses. So could be valuable to go there. He's already kind of in a couple of places connected to those. So first place I'm going to move to is Groombridge, because it is connected to this, and I could possibly get that bonus. So you see he moves there. It's going to take 3 turns for him to get all the way. In the meantime, I can do some stocking in my hand with cards and things of that nature. And then I need to move someplace that did have multiple. Yes, I did have multiple sites. Then I think I'm going to move to maybe Epsilon Erdiani. I'd like to move someplace with like a 15 colony if I could. I think that 10, 14 is close if I can get a bonus. So we're going to move to here. It's got multiple sites. And we will end our turn at that point. Okay. So if I can find some good infrastructure cards, I might do a little bit of that while I'm waiting for these guys to move into the area. Just because there is a bonus for that. I can look at like doing some genetic stuff or some progress stuff to see if any of those will help. So I've got 2 turns here to do a little bit of like treading water, because you can see these guys have moved here. I can't explore. I can't do any of that yet. So there's a time card here, which is always valuable, and the rest of the cards there are not that valuable. Except this one could give me, I'd have ×3, but I would lose my Explorer. But that is, yeah. So we're going to do Research 2. I'm going to grab that time card, and I'm going to grab this infrastructure card. Ooh, that's a biggie. Move ×5, explore 6. Wow. All right. I got one more turn. We'll see if there's some good cards in here. So I need explore 10 in order to explore Epsilon Eridani. I'll have to look at the other place to see how many explore I need. But right now, I think explore is going to be one of my bigger challenges. It's going to be getting enough points to explore. So someone got an adaptation card. Someone else got an adaptation card. Kind of don't have a lot of genetics in my hand right now. And I need 7 to explore there. So the challenge is I'm short with the cards I have explore points. So I think I'm going to do research to grab this card. And then I'm tempted to grab this card for its genetics ability. I think, but I could also use some just general purpose cards. General purpose. I got a lot of build, actually. Let's grab this for its genetics, just to get it in my hand. I got it now. I got at least 1 genetics in my hand, and we'll see if I can find some more genetics periodically. So he's built a shield factory out there, and a spaceport. So that's one thing, is when you build in this area, you put it on all the sites in the area that you're in, which is really valuable. Because you can get a lot of bases and a lot of exploring done quickly. Okay, nothing there that I think really I want to do. So let's get this explore done. So I got 4 explore there. So this explore card will give me 10 explore. I don't think I want to use my time card to get both of these done at the same time. And I've got enough to do the next one if I just play that card. So I'm going to play this to explore here. So I got 2 T. I got 1 revelation point. That's good. And bases are going to be hard to put in that area, though. They're going to cost a lot to put there, though. Secondary is an alien outpost. 1 T. I got 1 genetics and 1 revelation. Bases are going to be hard to put there, too, though. Bases are going to be expensive here. And I got planetesimals, P2. All right. So end the turn there. I'm trying to think how that colony. So someone played the first colony. So he got a colony probably. Yeah, he got a colony over here. That's interesting. That's build 5. So I've got 6 build, and I need 16 to build here. I can't do research, though. Where am I on genetics? So genetics and that, I'm 2 away on genetics. So if I play 3 explore, I can explore down here. It does cost me my build. I could play this one and then it wouldn't cost me that. Or I can't do research. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll be able to do research next turn. So I think I'm going to spend, I want to keep this build because I want to do a build action. So I'm going to keep this explore card. I'm sorry, I'm going to play this explore card, which is going to allow me to explore down here. So exotic life, I got 1 genetics point, colony 1, P1, okay. And then the secondary site, rings, just a good production site. So I should be close. So I could actually play and get an advancement. So I could play my genetics card and get an advancement, which is probably a good thing to think about. I could maybe get some additional build ability, build points or something like that out of that. Oh, you jerky jerk. So someone must have played a card that forces me to lose an infrastructure card. Since I've done my explore and I've got some, I think I've got a move infra card. I'm going to get rid of that. Must have played that card right there. Love to be able to get a look at it. I can't zoom in on it. 20 cards left in the deck. Got to keep an eye on that. I don't want to get caught short on cards. Still remain really far behind Esperon here. So yeah, I've got a move card that I can play to infrastructure. Or I could play this. That would give me move times 3. But moving isn't what I want to do right now. Oh, sorry. I'm wondering, I think I could already have that. I'm blue, right? Yes, I already have that. What other things could I possibly get? Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Could put 2 bases down. So I've got 6 build. So I needed, what did I say I needed? I needed 16 build to build there and 12 to build there. So I can't get there from here. So we're going to do research because I got to grab a card or two here. I'm going to grab that card. I'm going to grab that card to get me a bunch of build ability. So then what I'm going to do is get that infrastructure card played. I'm going to shoot to try to replace all my infrastructure cards and get that bonus. Because I think I can do that and make my situation better. But then if I get that adaptation done, I should probably do that adaptation next because just in case, I think only 2 people can grab each adaptation. And I want to make sure that I get that adaptation so that I can actually place 2 bases when I place them on the primary site. So let us get this genetics down. And then I wanted this hybrids. Yeah, I can grab that. So now when I do my build eventually, I will be able to put 2 bases down. So, excuse me, I can place this card for infrastructure, and then I can actually, I can probably get rid of this card eventually before I do my next move action and place like this card in place of that. And then I'll have 3 Starfarer cards, which will give me that bonus. So that's going to be part of my target here. But my next target is going to be to get 16 build points, play that time card, build in both locations at once, and see what that gets me. I want to get those bases built before anybody thinks about moving into those areas. So Esperon remains out in front. Iden is kind of like catching up here. Before I do any of that, though, I'm going to have to play my infrastructure. I'm going to spend a turn playing my infrastructure card. I want to take one quick peek. I am 1 away from a progress, so this card is kind of attractive. I can't play it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to have to play 2 cards before I can do that. But first things first, I'm going to have to get this down to upgrade my infrastructure. In order to be able to cobble together enough points to build in both of those areas. He's producing, so he just got a bunch of tea. So that's Warwick was just catching up quite a bit there. It'd be good. It'd be good if I could get a produce card too. I gotta say, would probably be a very good thing. I don't think I have any produce cards in my hand. I won't be able to do research again this turn though, because I won't have enough cards, or I'll have too many cards. So I'm gonna have to watch out. So I'm gonna have to watch out, or I'm gonna have to play a card this turn. But I'll do the build. I have a feeling I'm falling way behind here, just tempo-wise. So he did Transcendence. What was Transcendence? Haydn has come way back. So he's got 6 progress cards. So he came from way back. Okay. So I have 11 build. So I've got 8 from there and 3 from my adaptation. So I only need 5 more. I'm not going to play this for infrastructure, so I might as well play this. I do have a produce card, which is good. So I'm going to play that, and I'm going to play my time card in order to do this twice. So that gives me 16, which is enough to build here. And I need 12 to build there, so I'm going to build. So first thing first, we'll build here. And on the anomaly, I will be able to place 2 bases. So I can place a research base, so I can grab a card from the offers, or gain 1 revelation point. That's an interesting choice. I think I'm going to take the revelation point, because I'd be taking that card for the revelation point anyway. Then I can place a second base here, I'm pretty sure. Discovery tile gains P2, so that'll make it good when I eventually produce that. Now I can place this here. Now I can do research, and I can grab that. And now I'm grabbing it not for the revelation point, but I'm grabbing it because I want the production. I want that production value. Okay, and then we'll place one here. So that's P2. I'm not going to be building here, so I don't think that's worth 1 colony point. That's good. I think that makes this worth 15. So I think that might, if I put a colony here, I might be able to get that contract that had 15 colony points. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, that 14 there is colony points. We'll find out. I'm still discovering sort of things in this game. Okay, so that action is complete. Now I'm wondering why it didn't let me do this team as well. Maybe doing all of those counted as 2 actions. Well, I will assume that the game knows what it's doing here. I would have thought that it would have allowed me to switch down here and do that. So we're going to have to build down there next turn, but we only need build 12. So we should be okay. I think we can get to 12. Oh, shoot. I just undid it. Sorry. I'm going to go back and redo all of that. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm going to go back and redo all that off camera. Okay, so I've redone all that. And what I did realize is that placing the extra base here is what actually caused it to be a second turn. So I think I might go back and undo this and go back, because I'm going to actually go back and try this. And if not placing that second base there allows me to place my bases in the other spot, I'm going to end up doing that instead. And I'll come back when that happens if that's the case. Okay, so that was not the case. So basically, this is what I've done. I put the research and attraction there. I took the revelation point, research there, took the card, industrial there, and I think that will be the end of things. I have to claim a progress card before I move on. Oh, actually, this could be interesting. Maybe once I choose the progress card, maybe then I'll get to be able to do it again. All right. All your bases are considered secure bases. Okay, I don't think that's that great. Could get research 1, but that's kind of late for that. Upgrade 1 eligible card you played from your hand. That's... Oh, I'm going to do this. Okay, no, I can't actually. The next team is done. So, okay, so we're going to end our turn right there. Still kind of behind, but I'm hoping maybe I can produce, and production will help. Although my main goal is going to be to sort of get a colony down now. Okay, so I would need build 1 in order to. This is a great infrastructure card, and I think if I play that, I could get that. I could play that over that and get that. Does take me, let's see. And then actually next turn I could just build, and I wouldn't actually have to spend any money. I wouldn't have to spend any cards to build next turn. So I'm going to play this as infra. I'm going to upgrade my last, and I got that infrastructure expert card. All right. So now I've got even more build. Well, I got the same build, but I think I've got the same build, but oh, I got one more build, which is going to allow me to put the base in this area for free. Then hopefully I can spend that edge. I'm right in reading that. I'll be able to spend that edge in order to sort of take that bonus for having bases in 2 areas with multiple sites. Cross fingers, I've understood that correctly. Stellar Vagabond. Hopefully that's not it. To go check and see. Stellar Vagabond. And it's my turn when I get back around to me. I have to go see. So Haydn is way in front right now. I feel like I've got some opportunities on the board here, though. Stellar Vagabond. First colony. Bases in 3. No. That's Stellar Vagabond. Okay. All right. So I got build 9 plus 3, so I can build in this region right here. So advance my genetic markers 1 space. Actually, let's go back for a second. My genetics, I'm 1 away from being able to advance my genetics marker. So that's good. Spaceport. Double the value of any one move card played or any one move infra card used if all moving teams begin at a spaceport. Allows team to transport to or from this site. I think that's actually going to be attractive because I'm hoping maybe I can get to this first beyond space. Then I'm going to build. I could gain. Oh, I can't do that. Okay. The tile's P value is increased by 1, but that's not actually that great. Let's do that. We're going to advance my genetics marker 1 space. So we'll be able to grab this card, a card from here now. That's interesting. Worth 1 colony point. I think I should take that. Because colonies is next up for me. So we're going to take that. And then we'll build one here. What is this? No, I don't want to do that. P2, industrial. We'll do that. We'll get more colony points. Now I can do a team transport. So I'm thinking I might transport this team over here, which would get them a little closer to a couple of places. Is that right? Nah, they're really close to that. I'm not going to transport. I could have transported them all the way here, but I've undone everything. I'm going to go back. Hang on 1 second. Okay, so I've redone all that, but I'm not going to do team transport. We're just going to end the turn. All right, so next up is going to be, I think, is going to be building colonies. So build a colony on, up there. See if I can get the 15 points for a colony up there. Hoping. Don't know how many turns I've got left here, but I'm hoping to get that done. I'm hoping to get a colonize action done and a produce action done. That's kind of the main things that I'm really looking at. So I'm going to click colonize here. And I think I'm going to colonize here. So accumulate a build. Wow, what CP1 8 plus build value, 12 plus via play of action cards from hand and or infra. Okay. So Aces only has 4 colony points. I think we just do this one. Oh, select optional cost to activate. So I can activate this one. This one. I guess these ones are already activated. Oh, optional ones. I can click on if I spend 5T. I'm not going to spend 5T. 5, 6, 7, 8. It's only got 8. So now I got to select a colony. Whenever you colonize, including this one, gain T equal to the number of colonies. That doesn't seem great. Unfulfilled. Gain T equal to the printed award for any one unfulfilled star. Sounds like a pretty good one. Adaptate. I don't have a lot of those. Gain 1 T for every 2 adaptations in play. There's quite a lot in play. British breakthrough in play. I don't know whether this or this is going to be better point wise. I wish I knew. I only have 4 colony points, so this is really the only one that looks like. Oh, I can't choose the ones with X's through it. Oh, I can move these. Okay, sorry. Gain 1 T. When a number of fills a count, gain 1 T. Gain 1 T. I don't have a lot of those. No effect. Butterfield. That's great. Well, I think this is probably. Actually, I think this one is probably my best one. So I think I got 5T for that. Don't think I want to transport. So I confess I don't actually realize how you total up colony points. I guess those numbers are probably actually just like maybe sort of the region numbers. Like this is region 2, this is region 3. So let's see what happens if we colonize Groombridge. Let's see what we've got. So Groombridge has 5 colony points, so that's a little better. So then I've got 1 CP if there's an industrial base in the region. So, oh, I'm going to get all those anyway. So this is optional. I don't want to spend 5T. I don't want to remove the team. Oh, you know what? I could actually remove the team from the region because I could transport another team to this region. That would give me another colony point. I think I should do that. Don't want to spend 5T. I don't have a nearby colony. 6 colony points. Okay. So let's go back over here. There were some good ones over here. Whenever you colonize, gain T equal to the number of colonies you control. So I would get 2T. The printed award for anyway, so that's going to be, there's some like 7s or something in there. I don't, every 2 adaptation. I think I'm going to take this one and grab a contract. And then, so I took my, so I'm going to transport a team. And then what I'm going to do, where is, got this team. Oh no, I've got this problem again. No, I don't want that. I want this team here. Hang on while I fight this again. This is just such a problem, being able to select these things. Okay, I was finally able to select this team there. And so we're going to move him then to Smirnov. And we got our colony there. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is produce because I need the T. I'm actually 12 behind Haydn at this point. Interesting. I didn't get to play that edge card. I don't know if I could. Maybe I need to just play it. Wonder if I just should edge action. play that edge card. Oh, if I end the turn and it doesn't work, I don't even know where I am. I don't even know what's going on. I'm going to hold off for now doing that. I'm going to, just because I don't know how exactly that's going to work. I'm going to produce. So, one. So we're going to produce there, produce there, produce there, produce there. So I'm going to produce 8T. So getting a little closer. Now, there may only be one turn left. It's entirely possible, actually, that there isn't even a turn left. This is the final turn of the game. Okay, so. Okay. That would be worth 7T, which would put me in the lead if I could make it activate. This thing says, play when fulfilling contract 247, reduce the contract's numerical requirement by 1. So the thing is, I don't understand in the computer game how to activate it. Do I play the edge action, and then it'll give me the chance? The other thing I could consider doing, which would put me in the lead, at least for right now, is I could move one of my ships to one of these. I could move this ship to this first beyond space. I'm pretty sure I could cobble together. Let's see if I can actually do that. 18. So I could move this ship to that first beyond area, and I would get 5T for that. I don't know if I can do both of these things. Maybe I can do both of these things. All right, let's see what happens here. It seems to have let me play both of them. Worst case, we're going to play the one that I think we know how to get. So now we're in the lead. So now we're going to end the turn. All right. So now it's going to do final scoring. So I think I may have won because it looks like Warwick got 4T. Hayden won, Esperon 4. I may have actually won this. Well, that is shocking. That is the first time that I've ever done that. All right, well, there you go. That is SpaceCorp 2025-2300 AD, the digital version. I really like the game. Like I said, I like the fact that it's focused on building, that to some degree, while you have to kind of keep track of the other players, they're not really completely interfering with you. So there's not a really great way to just block people off and be like a jerk in the game. Very simple to understand, lots of strategic depth. It took me about 5 or 6 plays before I got a feel for how to string actions together in order to do decently. But anyway, available as a digital game on Steam, available as a board game from GMT. Highly recommended for me. I like it a lot. Definitely, I think it'll shine a little bit more multiplayer, which I may try with my brother at some point. But at any rate, if you enjoyed this, it would be great if you could leave a like. If you saw stuff that I could be doing better, would love to, or if you have ideas on to help other people on how to play this better, well, that would be great as well. If you like the channel, it'd be great for you to subscribe and hit the notification bell, but we will catch you next time on Agility Snips Gaming Table.